Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Here's the Feral Instincts expansion for Terrorscape. You can see that it has the werewolf and the huntress on there, which will be the two monsters or killers that you get with this one. You're going to get a rule book, I guess. It's a sheet of paper. It's not a paper. It feels, I don't know, it feels pretty nice. It's got a glossy look to it. It's going to tell you about the cabin, the killer, and all the rules that go with that. Very simple. As a listing of the components. No pictures, but you really don't need it, I suppose. Tells you how to do the werewolf and how to do the huntress. So if you just want to use the map, you read this, just the werewolf up here, or just the huntress. So you don't have to read the whole thing, but the whole thing might take you 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes max. You're going to get a board for each of the sides. You know, they're pretty standard here that you're going to have. One of the things that you'll notice right off the bat probably is that there's less spaces. And one of the things that we notice is that where you get the radio done, it's only where the bad guy starts 2 spaces away, where on the mansion map, it's much further. So this feels tighter. The right here is where the shortcut will be for the bad guy, the huntress, or them can go through this, right through here, where the people cannot. So the people have to go all the way around. They can just cut right through there. You're going to have a room here so where the suitcase will go, and it'll flip over. That's going to allow you to draw an extra Discover card, and then you have your searchable locations right here, but the map is a lot tighter than it would be otherwise that you're going to have in, let's say, the mansion and the base game. So here's what you're going to look like when you open it up. I'll go over the pieces. You're going to have a nice werewolf here, a nice little miniature here. Remember, with this game, you're always going to get 2, one for the players to utilize on their board, and then one for the killer guy to get. This will be the huntress, and she's really cool. I really like her a lot. You get some little tokens here that you'll be able to utilize. These will be the traps, and you'll place these down for the players. I'll kind of show you that in a second. You're going to get these little cardboard treasures that will go out, and then you'll get some cards here that will be out. Very nice cards that you're going to see, and you're going to have the cards that will be for the different characters that you'll be able to utilize. I'll show you these a little bit more in a second. You're going to have your werewolf and your huntress. These little cards that will come through, and that's everything you're going to have here. I'm going to show you a little bit more about the game, so let's cut to that. So the first thing you're going to have is the woods here, and spoke about it a little bit. You have the suitcase here. Whenever somebody spends an action, they get an extra Discover card, and it'll flip over back at the beginning of each one. So you can use this once per round. That's all that you're going to be able to utilize there. And then you have the shortcut that the killer can go through, and that's really the only differences here that you're going to have for this location. Then if you have the werewolf, which is a really fun one to play, you can see here at level 1, it's nothing. 2, you unlock the hyper hearing. So let's take a look at that card. And once again, each one's going to get their own deck of cards. So we'll have this one here, and we'll find the hyper hearing. And what he's going to let you do is you can move to a location with noise as long as within 6 spaces of you, and you can automatically search there. But you do got to get rid of 3 cards in order to use it. It's a little bit more expensive than some of the other ones. Level 3 is going to get plus strength. Level 4, at the end of your turn, if you have not encountered any survivors, and you're not in search sphere, all survivors within 2 range, that can be really helpful. And then level 5, an encounter occurs, damage all targets before you attack. Then the game is coming to a conclusion, probably. And he has 6 power. That's pretty cool. Pretty strong thing that he's going to have there. Now, he's going to place these out on the board. These will be out here. And these will be out on locations. What these are going to do is that when you search those, you're going to draw from this deck. And it's going to give powers to the humans. So, for example, a silver bullet requires a revolver. Every 1 or 3 rolls a 5 plus 5 of defense. That's a pretty handy thing that they're able to get by looking inside those little treasure chests there. And that's going to be in the werewolf scenario. So the werewolf's going to move around pretty good. He's a pretty strong killer. The board's going to be a little tighter, so a lot of things here are going to play into his advantage. So here's the huntress. She's pretty powerful too. Let's take a look at her powers. And once again, level 1, you're going to have nothing. Level 2, you're going to get the traps reset. So the way she's going to work is there's going to be traps out on different locations. And when they go into these locations, they will trigger the trap. And on the killer's board, he's going to have the trap tokens out in those locations. It'll tell you what they do. They either make you immobile, they will strike fear in you, or the last one will just do damage to the person, the bear trap. So that's going to make it a lot easier and kind of sway in for the killer for sure. Level 3, all cards cost 1 less. When you're discarding cards, less. On level 4, you move 0-1 after using tracking. That's a card that you're going to be able to get. And then when all encounters occur, damage all targets before you attack, which is fairly common. And you're going to have your deck of cards here. And the locked card that she's going to have is going to be traps reset. So once the traps are done, they can't be done again unless this card's played. You do have to give up 3 cards in order to activate it. One other card I really like in here is a tracking card. So it allows you to search and show the distance to a survivor of your choice. So you can just pick somebody and you can know where they're at because you're kind of following their blood, if you will. It's a very cool aspect of the game. Now, the Huntress is probably my favorite bad guy to play with. I really like playing her. She's hunting people down. It feels like you're hunting people down. Tighter board. Almost everything in this set is going to be towards the killers, I feel like. The little treasure chests that you get, I guess those help them out a lot against the werewolf, who's a powerful foe for sure. So you definitely need to run to these probably and get these as quickly as possible. Great set. Great addition to the game. I love this one a lot. This is one of my favorite ones, and it wasn't even really like the theme. These characters didn't really strike anything in me before I played, but once I played them, they were fantastic and phenomenal. Great set. One I would tell you to go out and add as soon as you get the game. This will be one if you want some variety. Add this one in.